So basically what we're thinking is if we get an improvement in principle, which we should have, well actually technically the guy gave it to us on phone and said he was going to formalise it on Monday, then we can put in an offer for this house, and then the people have already said if we come in at 440 or 437 thereabouts, they will give it to us, because it's normally 480 those houses, but they're doing it for 437, so it's about, well, good, like 40k off basically, and they're really nice. They're 5-bedroom, but they've got a massive garage downstairs, like a double garage, but it's integrated into the house, and we obviously don't need a garage. So what I was thinking of doing is, me being me, taking the door out and replacing it with glass, you know, so like it's like really swanky. Because I looked at it and it's already made to just be slotted in there and fixed. So you could actually have another like big bedroom downstairs, or like a spare room or whatever. And it's got a really nice garden and all that, and it's about half an hour from Edinburgh. So it would take the kids, at the moment it takes the kids 42 minutes to get into school, even though they live in the city centre technically. But if we move there, yeah, because they have to do the round route. Like they have to go round all the bus stops, they kind of like round and in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas from there, there's a bus stop and it just takes them directly straight to their school. It still takes 45 minutes, but basically it's only a few minutes difference, you know. So the kids will be fine. It's not ideal going that far, but the problem is, it's not, unless we drop them at school, it's unavoidable to take a long time to get to school. So not really a lot we can do about it. And the older two aren't too bad about it, they just sit and fun. But then Rayan is going to be a bit of an issue getting into school every day, so we might have to think about moving to school, but I don't know, we'll wait and see. But the problem is, Pierre, we obviously have to move out of here soon, because the landlady is like, I'll let you stay up for a year and then I'm going to think about selling. So we were like, shit, we need to find somewhere. So we signed up another year's tenancy, and this house is hoping to be built around March, April, May, depending on how it gets built. So, you know, it's good. If we can get everything fit together, it means we've got a nice house and, you know, everything's all good. But it means we're half an hour out of the city. But it's a really nice place. It's a little bit like Newark's feel, you know what I mean? It's like countryside-y, you know, but it's still, you know, only half an hour into the city, but it's on the suburbs, do you know what I mean? It's like quite green, and like, they're building 2,800 houses all around there. They're trying to turn it into its own village, and, you know, that'll improve all the schools and the train lines and transport and everything. So, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that, mate. At the moment, I don't know, it's so hard trying to do it. But anyway, cut a long story short, that's why we were getting life insurance, because they won't let you take out a mortgage unless you've got proper life insurance to cover the mortgage. So if you die, you can pay the bank back.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why I had to do it all, and they asked you your weight and everything, your height, and we were on the phone for 2 hours doing all these different things for it. The guy was basically telling me I need to go on a diet. I was like, fair play to you, sir. It's fine on me, you mug. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to have to start. I mean, to be honest with you, P, I fucking pulled my back lifting up in today, so that's just telling me I'm just not fit. I did, about 3 months ago, I used to go running all the time and really enjoyed it, but I just stopped. And then you just get out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's like me when I did my charity run.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
Stop. And I really shouldn't have stopped, you know, I should have just carried that on. And it would have been good, and I don't know, it's all been a bit difficult. It's been quite tense between me and Katie lately as well. We're just not getting on, and I don't know, it's just really hard at the moment. So, I've just been trying to, yeah, it's just, you know, when you just keep clashing and stuff, and I don't know, trying to make it work because of kids and all that, but it's just difficult. We're two totally different people, so I don't know, we're trying to make it all work out. But I don't know, it's just hard, and everything's hard. and you never know what's around the corner. So you just got to be happy. I mean, my thing is, I'm doing really well because my business is just starting to pick up, but the same way I would presume that Steph is, like, obviously they get nervous when you're not earning money and, you know, and all the pressures on them.
Oh yeah, loads.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And like how much you're actually earning, how much of your debts you're paying off and all this stuff. And I'm like trying my absolute best, like honestly I'm working all the time from 6, 7 in the morning all the way till 9 at night, every day almost now. The other night I was working till 12, then till 1, and I do whatever I've got to do to get this business off the ground. And it's just starting to pick up now, just about. I'm not going to be making loads of money, but I'm going to be on about 40k a year, which is really good just to start with, and then bonuses and insurance and all that stuff, and then I'll build it up from there. So hopefully, not long, I'll be on like 100k, but it's not going to jump out at me. So I'm like saying to Katie, like, you've got to fucking like bear with me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just so hard, isn't it? You know, just to go and get a job. She's like, just go and get a job. And I'm like, I don't want to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've just put in, like, my blood, sweat and tears into this. Because this is possibly my only opportunity in life to, like, get somewhere. Yes, anyone can just go and work for someone. But I've got a really good thing. And obviously, if you're deluded and you're doing something that's never going to work, of course, naturally, you would go, well, look, come on, mate, be honest with yourself. This isn't happening. But I am literally being tapped on the shoulder, left, right and centre, going, oh, you know, like, could you come and give us a quote? Can you And literally, the whole country has been dying for a new company to come forward, and we're the new company that could be really big. I mean, you know, our projection for our first year was 200 to 300 properties if we were doing well. And it looks like by the time we get to August, which is just over half a year, we could be on 500 properties, 517 properties. So that's nearly triple our yearly, or double our yearly projection already. And we're not even come to Q3 yet. And, you know, and especially the first years are always the difficult ones. You know, like when you've got no money, no one knows who you are. You've got no, you know, money for advertising, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. But it should be alright. It's just been quite hard, you know, when you're just balancing stress. I don't get out at all. I don't leave the house, and that's making me more stressed because I get all cranky. You know what I mean? Really, I should be getting out, going for a jog. Me and Kate spend all day, every day, because she works from home nearly every single day. We're just getting under each other's feet in a small flat. The kids are fine, they're lovely kids, and they're, you know, amazing considering the circumstances, but still, actually they're kids and they fight and they keep trying to wind each other up and shouting and screaming and all the things that children do. And we're obviously under a lot of pressure, and Katie's really feeling the burn for like 7, 8 months of supporting me. And you know, you just feel like a loser. This is the first time in my life that I haven't had a job. Obviously I'm working for myself, but you know what I mean? Like I haven't had a job.
Yeah.
And I even tried to get a few like part-time jobs and stuff. It made me actually feel really sorry for the people that really are in need, because you can't get fucking work. It's ridiculous. Like literally, it's so sad that people can't get jobs. But anyway, so that's me going up on a rant. But that's basically, it's been very, very hard at the moment. It's been very, very hard. And then, you know, you work bollocks off, and then you partners. They cut the throat and leave you in the shit to go and, you know what I mean? They just literally want to be your mate when there's money. And you're like, fuck's sake, everywhere I turn. And then I had like letters coming in the post from my old boss, like basically from his solicitor again, pre-warning me. And it said, this is a formal notice that we're watching you and your activity, and that this is a copy of the contract that you signed with us for GDPR. Like basically trying to intimidate me and waiting for me to fuck up, but the difference is, when you've got someone after you who's very powerful and got millions of pounds behind them, who's got a personal vendetta against you because you're taking all their clients, they know a lot of people, they know all the politicians, his family are very close to all the Scottish ministers and everyone. It's really quite a scary thought, you know what I mean, when someone's that twisted, because you know when someone's like psychotically twisted the way he is, them coming for you, you're just waiting for something to go wrong.
Oh, yeah,
But
of
anyway,
course.
all of these different things, you know, it's been a month of real difficulty and really, really, you know, tough shit going on. And, you know, you're just trying to get by, you know, have a bit of a laugh with the kids, make them smile. I'm like, come on, get your stuff after work. I've been making a point of, like, stopping at 5 to take the kids over to the park, go for a walk along the seafront, whatever it is, and just do something with them. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. But anyway, so they've had a good little holiday as well. They see their friends a lot, they go out a lot. We do quite a lot of nice stuff, like lots of barbecues and walks and see lots of people go out on the bikes and all that kind of stuff. But obviously they haven't been on a proper holiday at the moment. So it's been a bit, you know, like it's been a bit depressing, isn't it? You know, when you can't go on holiday. It's been over 2 years now. We haven't been able to afford to take the kids on holiday. But it's just a bit depressing. The closest we got to a holiday was taking them to bloody Eastbourne, which was lovely. You know, it was amazing. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
different.
it's a bit like, you know, wish you could do more. But we're getting there, bud. Like we are getting there. I nearly pulled it out of the bag this week as well, right? I nearly pulled it out of the bag. This woman and me, she's a super prime broker, like she does all the £1 billion things. She's actually in charge of selling the Gherkin in London.
Oh, yeah.
She's the main broker for that 800 million. If you know anyone who's got that in their pocket. And you know, she does all the super prime stuff. She was the one that was asking me at some point to get in contact with Damien Hirst, and I was like, well, just hold off, it's not appropriate at the moment, but in the future we might be able to find a way in. But anyway, so do you remember me saying I had that Formula 1 track for sale?
Yeah.
For Bernie Ecclestone? Well, we ended up having 2 people come forward this week who had a Zoom with them, and they said, we're thinking...
Sorry, that was an intense win. Carry on.
Wow, well done.
We're thinking of, with the track,
Huh?
thinking of getting the track.
Yeah, they were saying that they wanted to make an offer on the track. Like, the Saudi Arabian client of theirs wants to make an offer on the track, 435 million.
Yeah. Wow.
And then she said 2 days later, we need to have another Zoom call because there's an American buyer who now wants to buy it, but he's worried about the Formula 1 contract because once the contract's out, it stops earning money. But anyway, so cut a long story short, we were very close to having a buyer, so the bloke was like, I'm seriously thinking about putting in an offer. And then we got an email from Bernie Ecclestone's solicitor saying, very sorry, thank you for making contact about the F1 track, because we asked him to have a meeting with him. Meant that I would have got £1.3 million personally for that deal. And he said, I'm very sorry, but Bernie's